Hello there. Thank you for responding to my hail. It's been a long time since I had company. I'm Dr. Sola Banglawala from MAST in New Atlantis. I'm performing a geological survey of the settled systems as part of a field research initiative. I flagged you down to see if you might have any rare geological samples to contribute. A tragically understaffed one, yes. But this geological survey could earn us a big grant from the UC government, assuming I manage to finish it. A tiny staff means a tiny budget, so the only ship the Institute could afford to send me out in was this bottom-of-the-line junker. It's been slow going at best. That's why I've started hailing pilots like you for assistance. Yes, I am. I've been out here for weeks without anyone to talk to. Most of the pilots I've tried hailing have either shot at me or flown off. My food and water supplies are fine, but I didn't bring nearly enough books to keep myself busy. You can only read Pride and Prejudice so many times. After my third time through it, I started using the pages to teach myself origami. I can't thank you enough. I'm in the market for lithium, platinum, and vanadium right now. I'm not asking for much. I know they're hard to come by. I understand. Thanks for stopping anyway. I'm going to try my luck in another system. You might want to back up a bit. This old junker's grav drive is a little on the fritz. Fly safe! Sorry this is taking longer than usual. So, do you have any hobbies? Does your list include towing research vessels to Jemison through deep space? If my grav drive doesn't start up soon, it might have to. Personally, I have quite a rock collection. I used to spend my weekends gathering samples on Jemison. Maybe I shouldn't have let that slip at the office, huh? That's probably why they sent me on this job instead of some poor grad student. You ever hear the one about the geologist in the music shop? It's a good one. A geologist walks into a music store and asks the cashier, "Got any rock?" The guy looks him up and down and says,
Good to go for landing.
Hey. Yeah? Okay.
Nice to see you.
Yes?
Good day, Captain.
What does your scanner reveal?
prepared to die?
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
Do you have a favorite restaurant here? Mine is currently Whetstone, but it changes.
Need some... Hey, what can I do for you? Sure thing. We'll get it fixed up. Good as new. I'm sure you can find something you like. Just check out the Trade Authority kiosk next to my booth. Otherwise, there's Jemison Mercantile further in.
you enter the city, please keep moving. Okay, no bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
That's fine. Just like...
Ah, crime has slowed down since you started helping out, which is good for morale. It's a lot of work, as always. People like to say, New Atlantis is the safest city in the settled systems. How hard could your job be? Well, safety doesn't happen by accident. It takes a lot of work and a lot of people. Yep. Something just came in. Scuffle over at the Dawn's Roost. Security on site handled it, but now one of them is saying the other guy stole his wedding ring. Problem is, he left without identifying the perp, so I need you to talk to Royce Elgin at the Dawn's Roost. See if you can fill in the gaps. Men like him aren't very generous with their time. They want you to solve a case without ever having to lift a finger themselves. Not that he'd be much of a witness, given that he was still half drunk when he got here, and somehow even more so when he left. Sorry, wrong word. Rich people don't get drunk, they get inebriated, which is another way of saying highly unreliable. Good. Report back here when the matter's resolved. According to the patron, the ring is valuable, but if I had to guess, not for sentimental reasons. Normally, when someone loses a valuable keepsake, they're heartbroken. The way this guy was acting, it's almost as if he lost a wallet full of creds. The restaurant, over in the residential district, caters to a very fancy clientele. It's the kind of place where folks come in different sizes, depending on the food. Let me know if you have any questions.
Just making sure you're aware.
Welcome to Reliant Medical. If you're injured or sick, we can almost certainly assist you. Welcome to Reliant. If you're in need of medical assistance or require supplies, I am sure we can accommodate you. Reliant has developed a regimen to acclimate individuals like you to full gravity. It's a routine procedure and irreversible. Take all the time you need. It's a big decision. Welcome to Reliant. If you're in need of medical assistance or require supplies, I am sure we can accommodate you. Well, everyone knows Reliant, largest medical provider in the settled systems. They've spent decades advancing medical science with their research division, and have built an entire supply network to keep us all healthy. They've always been quite proud to work here. Well, of course. New Atlantis is a big place. Lots of people, which means no shortage of injuries, communicable diseases. But we're well staffed and do our best to accommodate anyone who needs help. Well, you've certainly come to the right place. May you remain in good health.
Quite enjoy New Atlantis, but this... this is much better.
Spend so much time looking at the scans, I can see star systems orbiting in my head. Hey, looking to head back out into the far reaches. Double-check the safety and locks wherever you go, okay? Exploration's dangerous, even without some nefarious group trying to kill you. Good luck out there on the fringe. Find myself thinking of the fleet. You know you can take a mark, you don't open comms. It's all storm and fire and sifting the wreckage after it's over. But if you're not so sure, you play the bully's gambit. Hope they don't challenge the threats you throw at them. Sound familiar? Thoughts taking a stroll through my mind is all. A striker lurking in the shadows has good reason to hide. Won't be easy to drag them into the light. You've tipped my ear. Got one. I'd go into the astronomical charting data with you, but clear as day just to point you right to it.
You have my attention. Of course, take your time. There are worlds to conquer.
It's good to be. Lives get stuffy
Yes, you
sometimes.
need me? I will watch your back.
Late at night in dive bars, sometimes the old-timers share stories about things they've seen that they just couldn't explain. Ghost stories, if you will. I've heard of things like the Starborn before. But they're real. Honest to God real. But you carry on for centuries of exploration, and you can fool yourself into thinking you got it all figured out. Clearly we don't. So the obvious question is, what the hell are they? Everyone's gonna be thinking aliens, but maybe not. Their ships were incredible, but they still felt like ships. They had engines, weapons, I think I even made out a grav drive. If they were really alien, I would just expect it to be more alien, you know? I mean, it could be some secret Freestar Varun or UC tech, but I don't know. I mean, anything's possible. But if someone, anyone, had that much of an edge on the others, the whole balance of power would shift, right? It'd be one hell of a conspiracy to keep it quiet. An even greater amount of restraint to keep it in your back pocket. Anybody that says they know for sure are lying. I'm gonna throw out another wild stab in the dark theory. Maybe they're from outside our known systems. Here's the hypothetical. Centuries ago, some brainiac scientists decide to play settler. But they go way, way beyond any place we've ever been to set up stakes. Once they get there, they make a few lucky breakthroughs, and their science just snowballs from there. I could see them getting further, faster, and hence become the Starborn. How non-committal of you. One way or the other, we are not alone. And that's that's both exciting and terrifying.
Oh, pardon me. Was that your stomach or mine?
Keep both eyes on the back while you're out there. Make sure those Starborn don't creep up on you.
I have to talk about the Starborn. Do you have a second? You do, right? It was awesome. Come on. Captain, I know you aren't that insecure, so stop joking around. It's okay to admit it was kind of a big deal. It could be the dawn of a new era of humanity. Or it could be an elaborate prank or any number of mundane explanations. That's a smart hypothesis. Makes sense, but we have no observations to really back that up. Yet. Although now that you mention it, I do remember a drunk conversation with a Marine. He swore up and down he was part of an elite crew on some top-secret ship out there. But this is all anecdotal. We just need more data. There has to be a way to draw them out and figure out where they're coming from. We're going to need a way to find them again, or lure them. This could be a turning point for humanity, you know? Or it could be just the emergence of a powerful new faction, or some sort of elite military tech, or a gazillionaire with nothing else to do. All we know is that they wanted that artifact badly. It's possible we've misinterpreted their actions, or that they were under duress. We should remain cautious with them, but I think we should leave the door open to communication. Agreed. That is going to require more observations, more encounters with them. And who knows? Maybe we'll never see them again. I know now isn't the best time, but I need to talk with you later.
It's been quieter around here ever since Vladimir went to live on the Eye full-time. Great, let's see what you have. Stay safe, okay?
I've got limited resources, but I try not to turn anyone away just because they're light on credits. Funny story about that. You know, when people first arrived on Jemison, they dismantled the colony ship and used the parts to establish a place to live. Over time, they built out, and up, and up, and after long enough, they started to forget about the people and the things still down here. The walls and the ceiling have changed, but this place still uses equipment from that old ship. And it's here because not everyone in New Atlantis can afford Reliant Medical. Don't have much of a choice. Can't afford to pay staff, and while I've got a few volunteers from the community, I can only ask so much of them. We've scraped by for a good long while now, and we'll continue to do so. Don't you worry. We're no Reliant Medical down here, but if you've got credits, I might have something for you.
If there's something, it's cliche, but it's true. Everything has a price. And whatever it may be my guest. The Trade Authority appreciates your visit.
Saw your ship come in. Nice run.
Run through it one more time.
Minds of nearly every individual in the settled systems are so heavily influenced by what goes on in this building.
Together we can really make a difference. My favorite credit analyst is back. You got Mr. Maliki to pay up, alive no less. Now this is what I was hoping for. My superiors are thrilled, ecstatic. I bet, you silver-tongued devil, you. Listen, I'm really feeling this working together, aren't you? So if you want another delinquent, let me know. We'll keep this going. But here is your well-deserved finder's fee. I threw in a little extra for handling it well. There is simply no parallel to the food you will find here. One taste, and I'm sure you'll agree. The Dawn's Roost represents the highest quality, from the ingredients to the decor. No expense is spared. Anyone who has sampled our offerings will assure you it is all worth it. A most unfortunate incident, complicated by the fact that both parties were inebriated. While I wasn't privy to the entire argument, Hugo and Octavio have been dining here together for quite some time. So, it was surprising to see them at each other's throats. Oh, yes, quite often. They had a usual table over in the far corner, with all the traditional accoutrements. Music, candles, wine. You see where I'm going with this. But this time the two had barely sat down before the argument got heated. Thankfully, security stepped in before anyone got hurt. I wasn't witness to any theft, and both men were wearing rings, if I recall correctly. Well, the one who stayed with UC Security, Octavio, is a shorter man, handsome and refined. His favorite menu item is the Saint, I believe. The other, Hugo Fournier, is a tall, slender gentleman with a French accent. Excellent tipper, well-mannered, but a bit hot-tempered. I assume that would be the slender gentleman, Hugo Fournier. He was the one who excused himself after UC Security arrived. I believe he lives in Athena Tower, although he may be checking out soon. But I would start there. Right away. Enjoy the rest of your day.
The roost is where it's at.
Bleh. I said, bleh. I did not sneeze, I groaned. I just don't understand why such a first-class restaurant can be satisfied with serving second-rate coffee. Of course, it could just be my palate. It's quite refined, which is both a blessing and curse. All the towers offer breathtaking views, for a price. It isn't the name on the building that matters, but how many floors are beneath you. But if you're looking for a living space, you want to speak with Miss Sanguini at the Realtor's office. She's the authority on the subject. I know you didn't just say Terra Brew. Surely my ears must be deceiving me. Because to even imply that I would put that liquid garbage into my body is an insult I cannot tolerate. It is, as the saying goes, to die for, and I mean that quite literally. I think the most commonly requested meal for those on their deathbeds is a Jemison Wellington. Funny you should ask. I recently dined with a friend of mine with ties to the Freestar Collective, and he claims the best cup of joe he's ever had was in Aquila City. That was my reaction. It wasn't until he showed me the proof that I was forced to reconsider. In his hand was a single coffee bean, fermented in the digestive tract of an alien beast. It's not an entirely new idea. In the old world, growers used elephants. They believed the stomachs of these ancient beasts would ferment the bean and draw out its true flavor. The man I hired had a similar response, but his job wasn't to drink the coffee. It was to feed the beans to various predators in the settled systems and retrieve the results. But it seems after consuming the beans, the beast decided to make a meal of him. So I need someone to find this beast and remove my property from its stomach. As for compensation, you'll receive 2,000 credits when the job is complete. Not at all. The risks were written into his contract. I am not responsible for his burial or the unpleasantness of his tomb. The man I hired had a transponder on him. When the predator consumed him, it also consumed the device. Rest assured, I'll have all the information forwarded to your ship's tracking systems. Unfortunate. However, I will be here should you change your mind. I trust you know the way out. There's slides, like right there.
At least they're outside.
We save so much money to buy a place here for the green space in the parks, and the kids never use them.
I remember doing the same damn thing with my parents. All they want to do is play on their computers, all day.
It's a beautiful day today.
Excuse me? Oh, I can't believe that Octavio. That liar, that manipulator, that lying, cheating, foul piece of Dawn Glider dropping. If I had my way, I'd tie him to the back of a ship and jump it right into the nearest star. 5 years we were together, half a decade! And he threw it all away for that waiter. Not just dating, betrothed. And I have the engagement ring to prove it. No, there are some things in life that cannot be repaired. Cheating is his way of saying, I don't love you. And without love, what's the point? It was supposed to be a romantic dinner, our last before we pledged our lives to each other. But an hour before, I decided to do some cleaning to calm my nerves. I picked up a pair of pants he left on the floor, and out falls a napkin from the Dawn's Roost with a number written on the back. To think he had the audacity to schedule a date with me at the same restaurant? I was livid! Still, I went to the date and held it together just long enough for the waiter to serve us, then I went off! He would say that, but as far as I'm concerned, it's my property. He gifted it to me when he proposed. It's not his to return. All right, but I'm leaving this city as soon as I can calm myself down. As soon and furious. I've never felt. He would say that, but as far as I'm concerned, he gifted it to me when he proposed. I don't care. I'm not giving it to you. Well, we'll see who budges first. Well, I was going to pawn it off. But what if I don't get a good price? And every second with it is excruciating. Fine. I may be extremely agitated, but I want no part of a UC prison. Here,